Hello everyone, Jorge here with Abalo's Cloud Native and Nexus Technologies. Nexus for linking together, Nexus for connecting. And who are we? We are a private community that does technology. What kind of technology? Well, we do AI, cybersecurity, blockchain, and especially cloud native technologies. The question is, are you going to stay behind? Because we have something big going on right now. And what is it? AI. AI has changed basically everyone's career and technology and in many areas. So things are about to change. Almost 40% of the people are going to lose their jobs in the next 2-3 years. And we have Elon Musk building, making 1 billion robots per year. Wow, that's impressive. He's already making 100 million cars a year. So what is about to come is shocking for a lot of people. The question is, do you want to step up? Do you want to be trending with technology? Well, I have a community for you where you're gonna be learning the latest of the latest. Okay, especially cloud native technologies, or what we call open source. So have you heard about Docker containers, Kubernetes? Well, those two are the two main components that represents cloud native technologies out there. Amongst many others, technologies like Ipsio for service mesh and a lot more. But that's the stuff that you're gonna be learning with us. So we have a team that is doing blockchain. So you can basically deploy centralized blockchains and decentralized blockchains by forking the code. You could be doing AI, training libraries, right? So a lot of people still don't know AI. So AI still have a lot of components, right? One of those are machine learning, deep learning, and Gen AI, inside AI. And also, you must learn public cloud, because public cloud is part of, let's call it part of cloud native. So the best way to learn public cloud is by learning cloud native technologies. So with my community, you're gonna save thousands of dollars. Why? Because it's better to come with my community, because you're gonna save pretty much around 30 to 40, maybe $50,000, maybe more, and you're gonna be ready for work. Why? Because I have my company, Litt Cloud Canada, and we have another company in the US that is called Cloud Underground. So between Cloud Underground and Litt Cloud Canada, we're gonna be doing consultancy together. What kind of consultancy? Hey, anything related to cloud native technologies, AI, blockchain, smart contracts too. So as you know, blockchain is basically a network. Smart contracts are basically applications. And in the future, everything is going to be running in a blockchain, whether it's centralized or decentralized, and AI is always going to be in the picture. So if you are someone who is thinking about going to school, college, university, you better reach out to me. Why? Because in this community, you know what? You're never alone. You're always gonna have guidance. You're always gonna have like people who's gonna tell you, hey, this is what you need to do. This is how you get started. And not just that, you have the opportunity to talk with me and people in my community, which we already have like close to 20 years of experience in different areas. And we have an amazing team. We have been working together for 4 to 5 years. And tranquilo, Max. And not just that, you basically have like a little family, a family where you can engage, okay? You can actually ask questions and participate every day. Hey, Max, tranquilo. And you are going to be ready for work, ready to say, hey, I have learned this, I have built this MVP. Maybe you build your own product and maybe your own brand, because that's something that we do too. We teach you how to do personal branding. So we make you a brand, your own brand. It's like myself, this is my own brand, Abalo's Cloud Native and Nexus Technologies, the community. But I also have my company, Litt Cloud Canada, which provides services in IT, okay? So you can have your personal brand, you can have your own company, and I can share my experience in how to become basically an influencer. This year, 2024, was something amazing for me, because putting your face out there, it changed everything. it changed pretty much everything, opening my eyes to how companies were reaching out to me when I was having like 20,000 views on YouTube, talking about how I was gonna be able to unlock the technology here. And suddenly I was having like companies asking me, can you migrate this application from Web 2 to Web 3? And I was having so many different requests, and I discovered that most of the time companies in India were actually not in compliance with the requirements that we have in Canada. Like, let's say, frameworks for, protecting data and stuff like that. And most of the time they were sending people to work in decentralized networks. And then I said, no, you don't do it this way. And at some point I was having like maybe 20 to 25 contracts, and I didn't have any developers. Now my hunt was actually for developers now. And I got to find 54 developers. And all of them, they wanted to have money up front. And I said, no, you show me what you can do, and then we can talk about business. And right now, we have, I'm not gonna say his name, I call him Happy Thinker. He's developing some smart contracts for real estate listing. And we're gonna have one smart contract that will do fractional buying, another one that will do buy and sell, and another one for renting. And that will work. The back end will be basically a smart contract working in the arbitral network. I know this is all sounds weird to you. It doesn't make any sense, right? But that's what I'm talking about. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be maybe asking for work in 2-3 years because now you're obsolete and you cannot compete with what's new? You cannot compete with the robot or the computer. Or maybe you're going to be protesting because, hey, there's no work. So who did you want to trust? Did you want to trust the people who wants to work and innovate and be trending? Or you want to be maybe just like the rest of the people, waiting for a miracle? Well, that's not me. I don't wait for miracles. You know what? Or I do it or I don't do it. It's one of the two. If I don't do it, well, I put my hands, pointing to the sky and see what's going to happen. And you know what? That works too. So I'm not going to take it. I mean, like, it works. It works sometimes. So if you join my community, you're going to be working with me pretty much every day. I'll be sitting with you and the community doing Zoom meetings. And maybe we have a Slack or some Discord. We use Discord most of the time. Discord is the university. Nothing too fancy, but we're organized. And not just that. You're going to have like 5 different people who are always like, at least these 5 people are over every day. They just answering questions. They just making code. They just training libraries. And it is just amazing. And most of the time, once the way we work together is just so amazing that I cannot compare that working somewhere else. But if you work as a business, providing a service, I wouldn't call that a job. You're your own boss. And if you're working with me, if you're working with my community, like doing consultancy work out there, it's not a job either. We don't own you. You work for yourself. The only thing you gotta do is to put the time. Put the time, put the work. Yes, it's not easy. Who says that IT, computers is easy sometimes? No, it's hard. It's hard. You have to basically train your memory to have the capacity to always remember and to always be creative, which is, it takes some time, but that's okay. You build that slowly. And you know what? Right now, my little guy right here, hey, this is gonna be my marketing. That's my marketing, my personal branding. So, what will be your branding? What will be your career? What kind of technology are you going to choose? Are you just going to stand there? Well, let me help you. Let me help you to brainstorm. Maybe I'll do a one-on-one interview for free if you like. The only thing you're gonna do, you just gotta send a message over here and say, Jorge, I would love to talk to you. And then I'll open the gate. The gate, right? The gate to basically say, hey, I wanna be in that community, right? And what would you build? You could build anything you want, anything you want. The most important thing is that you have the latest skills. The skills are gonna pay you at least over 100K anywhere you go. You go to Europe, okay, over $100,000 in Europe. You go to South America, hey, Everything is remote now. You could be making 100K from South America. Why not? So now the decision is all up to you. Did you want to wait for catastrophe? You want to wait for, hey, there's no work, you know? Myself this year, I took a big risk. I don't regret it sometimes. I do not, right? I used to have one big client, stable job. I was there for over 4 years. And one day I said, you know what? Just don't feel like there's competition here. Oh, I just don't feel that most of the people around me that have no mental health. Mental health is so poor that no one wants to do work. And when you create work, people get mad. And I say, that's not for me. I wanna be competitive. I wanna be learning. I wanna be creating. I want to be innovating stuff. And that's exactly what I did. And now I have to restructure myself to say how I was gonna do all this. Because it's not just technology that is the problem that you have to sit for the time. AI is there. What about society, politics? Pretty much is whatever you see it that way or not, there is a war out there. And I'm not saying that, just look at the stats. What the stats are saying about the numbers for this, for that, for this, for that. The numbers are not looking good. They're not looking good, and a lot of people think that, hey, things are gonna get better anytime soon. Well, are you waiting for the universal salary that they're talking about right now? I don't want to wait for that universal salary. For what? To receive what? Maybe $2,000 a month. Maybe they will say, hey, this is what you can buy. This is the amount of meat that you can buy. Or rice or whatever. I'm not going to wait waiting for those times. I want to work. I want to make it. I want to help people. That's mental health. Because people, the moment you don't have nothing in your head, that's when the problems come. And that's when the people create trouble. Who doesn't want to have freedom? Everybody. But you know what's easy? When you say, today I'm going to take the day off. Or tomorrow I'm going to travel. That's freedom. That's happiness. If you're going to be sitting on the desk every day for like forever, that's not good either. I don't call that a life. But it's also mental health. Let's go, Max. So I'm going to invite you to join Abalo's Cloud Native and Nexus Technologies, where we teach you how to make money, we teach you how to make technology, we teach you how to do personal branding, we teach you how to do your own products, and most importantly, your mental health, your little family in our community, your support, your consultancy that you're gonna be doing with us, and saving thousands of dollars instead of going to college for something that probably won't even give you a job, right? And then you are like, I'm wasting my time. I don't have the skills. I don't have the experience. No one is hiring. You know how hard it is to apply for a job these days? Really hard, because everyone is asking for, do you know this? Do you know that? Do you know that? They ask for so much. And if you have no experience, how are you gonna be here? It's really rare. You have to be really lucky to get hired. And I'm telling you, I've been in technology for like 20 years. And it's not that easy. My people in my community, they're all doing they say, no, we gotta put the time now because we know what's coming. And you know what's nice? When you go to university, do you think the teacher is gonna tell you, oh yes, this is exact course, this is exact products, that's what you're gonna use, and this and that? They don't tell you that. They just follow whatever the program is, and then you are like, I never used